right, the weekend is here again, and we are back with all the juicy gossips. What is happening with your favorite? What is buffing? What is trending? My name is Nana, and of course, you are welcome to another beautiful episode on a very beautiful weekend on Chat Circle. And of course, you know very well that I'm actually not going to be doing this alone because I've got Treasure.
Hi, Nana. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Just that.
Why do you have to think about it before?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel disappointed that some persons or someone actually, or people, let me say that, people actually decided that, should I say, they decided the day that rapture or the Lord should come. So it's kind of, I don't know. I've been thinking about it and I was like, Jesus Christ, like really?
That I saw that story too, and I was like, first of all, I didn't even remember that day was 23rd.
And okay,
then when I went on X and people were talking about it, and I checked, I was like, today's 23rd. I'm still on my bed, though.
Seriously, like
nothing is happening. But anyway, let's go straight before we even talk more about it. Let's go straight to our social media trends. First story that is actually trending is CBN warning naira-abuse. Now them telling us very well that it's actually now attracting 50,000 naira fine or 6 months jail term. Okay, so the Central Bank of Nigeria has kicked off a nationwide campaign against naira-abuse, starting at Abuja International Trade Fair. Now, the bank actually emphasized that spraying money at parties, which we already know should I say, mutilating notes and reducing their lifespan. It's also public confidence and also cost the nation billions in reprinting. So under the CBN Act, founders risk fines of up to 50,000 naira or 6 months jail imprisonment. Now, officials actually stressed that the campaign aims to remind Nigerians that protecting the naira safeguard both the economy and national identity. So, first of all, when I saw this, I was like, okay, we all know very well that they've been very strict with the whole spraying of money and everything. And I have also been maybe probably the way I grew up or the environment or where I grew up from. Okay. You can't rumple money. You can't just hold money like this. Yes. Like, it's not allowed, you understand? Okay. So whenever I see people who mishandle money and they somebody can just have money in their hands and just rumple I'm like, how do you? I just feel uncomfortable with it. Yes. You understand? Or maybe you're giving me money and then it's rumpled. I'm like,
why?
What happened to wallets?
Some should I say, people don't think about what happens when they actually when the how should I even put it? When they mishandle money, right? They don't actually think about what happens when they spray, when they actually damage naira notes, right? So then should I say, yes, some of them feel like it's part of the fun. Yes, but they don't actually know how much the government spend when they try to replace and also print those, the money, right? So then CBN saying that we should be careful, we should protect naira notes. I feel like it's a good one, right? It's a good thing. They're trying to tell us that if we should try to protect what belongs to us. And if we can protect what belongs to us, then that is a way of respecting ourselves too. Exactly. If we respect the naira notes, we're respecting ourselves.
And you have to respect the naira.
Yes, people were saying that it's that the punishment is just too heavy.
It's not heavy.
Too much.
No, it's not too much. It's small.
Yes.
Like how do you feel comfortable having money in your hands and rampling and then mishandling your money?
There are some persons that will never change until you add a punishment to the negative things you're doing.
I also feel like it's up to you as an individual, as a parent, as a teacher, to teach your kids, to teach your students. You understand? Okay. There's nothing wrong about buying a wallet for a child at a very young age. Yeah. There's nothing wrong about buying a purse for a child at a younger age. It starts with you, the parents. If you handle the money properly in front of the child also sees it. Yes. Same way with the market women. You can't be selling palm oil, then you are holding, you're
squeezing the money.
Not even that, like palm oil on the money. Yeah. You understand?
You're nice.
You get me. So for me, shout out to them. This is actually a good one.
Now, let's talk about the spraying part.
I think we talk about
right?
That.
Yes. See, it's part of our culture, right? Our way of life. Money. Yes. It's
not part of your culture.
No, it's culture is the way of life of people, right?
No, it's not part of your culture. It's something It's not that spraying of money. I don't think it's in any culture book.
No, it's not in any culture, but it's just the way.
It's a lifestyle.
Yes,
it's a show off lifestyle, or whatever. But it's not part
it's not show off. Actually, some persons do it not just to shop. They just want to do it. Just maybe because of that excitement, they're just happy. They just want to do it.
You can't give me the money without you spraying.
That's what I'm saying.
It's show off, girl. Forget it.
It's not show off.
For me, it's just what I'm saying. It's show off. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's show off because. You can give me the money, but then why do you come? Okay, I'm dancing. Then you're throwing the people like, oh, Odogu is actually throwing money. So if you think,
I'm saying some persons do it just to show off. Some don't do it because they want to show off. But I'm trying to say that
you just come and spend money because of what?
Because I'm happy. I'm just excited. What I'm trying to say in essence is that we can preserve this culture by putting the money in an envelope. You understand? Maybe giving gifts and even digital transfers. We can do it rather than spraying the money just so we don't break the law.
Even with that, okay, now most parties they now do it this way, like they have this fake paper thing going on.
Yeah,
you understand? So probably if you know that you want to spray like 50,000 naira to the couple, you now pay into the real money, whoever you actually pay. They will give you those fake papers and then you actually spray it on it. That's what some people actually do. Yeah. Just as you said, for me, I feel like it's a lifestyle. It's something people enjoy doing, and it's like it's part of this one came to my pattern. They sprayed money. They did this. So it's basically the spread of money has been. Even when you go to clubs, parties, foreign countries, actually there. But the question is, do they abuse it like the way we do? So for me, this is actually a welcome development. This is actually a good one, and I just pray that they really, really started, not just starting it with the lower people, but you're actually starting it with like the main corporate people who are actually doing it. You understand? All right, let's move on to the music industry. So this particular podcast has had a lot of people talking, and I think has been trending for the whole week. Let me put it that way. So Mr. Eazi is actually in the headline. So he said, I lost 19 million naira in diesel business at the age of 19. So Nigerian singer and entrepreneur Mr. Eazi has shared how a failed diesel supply venture at the age of 19 cost him about 19 million naira and almost shattered his entrepreneurial spirit. Now, speaking on a podcast, he also revealed that he had borrowed the funds from his uncle and aunt and his wife to finance a deal that included supplying diesel to one of the telecommunication. You understand? So, however, after the government deregulated fuel prices, diesel prices crashed, leaving him with losses and unsold stock. So the deal actually collapsed, and also explaining the loss of his uncle's life savings. He also said that it was one of the hardest moments of his life. So first of all, people were like, so that means like Eazi has started business for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think this is what also makes you a business person, makes you much more stronger. The losses that comes with it, and you learn from it, you understand? And at the age of 19, taking a risk like that, and 90 million around that year, you can imagine how much that's a lot of money.
Let me say this, right? I understand. Yes, what you're saying is actually true, right? I get
that's a lot of money.
But I want to say this. The first thing that struck me in this story is the amount of money, the size of the money involved, right? How can you give 19 million naira to a young person of that age? Like it's 19. It doesn't matter, but that's too much. It's
not too much.
It is, Nana. It is too much.
First of all, Eazi just told us part of a story. He didn't tell us everything. He has been, maybe he's from a family of business owners, or he's from a family where they do business.
But I feel like at that age, what he actually needs is mentorship. Yes. He needs mentorship.
Mentorship of what?
Of how to go about
when Eazi started singing.
That doesn't matter. Let's forget about the songs,
mentorship
right?
From what? How do you know? That's what I'm trying to say. How do you know that? Now, as I said, he only gave us a story of how much he invested in a particular business.
I understand.
How do you know? I'm coming. How do you know if maybe he had gone into another business, or what? How do you know if maybe you're already mentored? The fact that I failed in a business doesn't mean I was not mentored. I'm coming from the angle of we don't know the other businesses they've tried. You can't tell me that Otedola has not given money to his younger daughter.
I understand that.
A business. You can't tell me that they've not failed. They've not failed in a business.
Too much, like
it's too much for you because we are from the same background. It's too much for us. But let's be real about it. I'm just coming from the angle that he only told us part of the story of one of the failed business, which was 19 million naira invested in a business that actually failed. It didn't go their way because of government, whatever. You understand? So what if maybe you knew about business, but this failure was what actually brought him up to giving his own. Now he has his own companies, Empower. He has to have a real estate in another African country. He has things going on for himself.
Another thing is, I just like the fact that I would just still say that as young people, we should just start small, right? Before large amount of money, before we start handling maybe a large amount of money.
I see where you're coming from, my darling.
Also, I'm happy that he didn't feel, he wasn't overwhelmed. Exactly. You get, he actually picked up his life, continued, you understand? I kind of like that part, because if this kind of thing, like losing that kind of amount of money, it's something that can actually weigh someone down. You never want to do anything again. So
that's their life saving, and they trusted him with it. And you know that period, diesel was booming. Like, it was really booming. I'm trying to calculate the age and wonder which year. Because I wish he had stated a year. I would have known which government was actually involved around that period. You get me? So it's, I don't know, shout outs to his wins lately. He's doing amazingly well, actually. And still in the music industry, I'm super excited about this particular news. Davido actually joins the Grammy Recording Academy as voting member. Like, this is huge. So Afrobeat superstar Davido has inducted as a voting member of the Recording Academy ahead of the 2026 Grammy Awards. Now, his new role allows him to take part in the decision-making process for Grammy winners, describing the recognition as a game changer. So Davido actually expressed excitement about contributing to the prestigious body. He previously earned 4 Grammy nominations between 2024 and 2025, but is yet to secure a win. So for me, this is good. Because I know we have Angelique Kudjo and a few of them on it. And this is good for Africa. Fair votes, fair wins and everything.
I mean, it's for him to be a voting member. That means he has a seat at, should I say, at the table where decisions on Grammys are made. So it's something, it's a huge one for him. And also, I want to say that whatever you're doing, whether it's music, business, whatever it is, just continue. You understand? Just improve. One day recognition will come. Recognition will just not, it won't just come overnight to get. But one day you'll be recognized. One day you'll be happy. One day something beautiful will just happen to you. So, I mean, congratulations to Davido. He's been doing greatly.
Exactly. All right, so this very one is one of the reasons you're so angry.
I want to laugh first, right?
So this one is actually one of the reasons you're so angry.
Okay.
South Africans left waiting as September 23 prediction falls.
Okay.
I'm still here though. So hundreds of South African church members gathered in anticipation of the rapture and on September 23rd, which is 2025 too. So after Prophet Joshua, according to he actually declared the world would end on that day. So videos online actually showed worshippers assembling in woods, praying and watching the skies. However, when nothing happened, the crowd quietly sorry. So sorry. So a man who has promoted the prophecy later issued an apology, admitting the date was not revealed to him directly, but he trusted the pastor who claimed Jesus gave him the exact date. Now, after the prophecy failed, how do you pronounce his name? Malkala actually told his followers the rapture might instead occur on the 24th. What's today's date, girl? Relax, don't talk. Because of the time difference. Now, between the prophecy sparked viral online reactions. Now, this very one actually took my attention, including where a man who shared a bizarre message from a woman asking him to pet sit her dog while she ascended to heaven, believing he would be left behind. Now, the humorous exchange has since gone viral, adding the controversy surrounding the failed prophecy. Before we actually go into that, let's talk about this 23rd thing. So,
okay, what were you doing on 23rd? Start from
Guy, I just came out from the gym and I was lying on my bed. First of all, I didn't know that day was 23rd. Okay. You know how this job can be. Sometimes you don't know the date. You're just coming to work. So first of all, I totally forgot that that day was 23rd. So I went on X and then I was like reading. I think I was just lying down. I was not reading. I was just reading my normal, I love to go on X. I read people's tweets and everything. Yeah. So I was just checking it out and I saw somebody was like, today's 23rd. My clothes have not left my body, my spirit have not left, you understand? And now when I saw some of the videos, first thing going through my mind, I saw like people holding phones, somebody was carrying bags. Yeah. I was like, wait, you want to change your clothes in heaven? Or what? Then somebody had their baby. Somebody had their baby at the back and everything. So I was just like, I'm not judging, but I'm just like, where are we going? I'm not going to go all Christian right now, but where are we really going in our faith?
It's not about Christianity, right? I've heard a lot of jokes. I've seen them online, but this is
even God said, you don't even know when I'm coming.
This is the greatest joke I have heaven.
And you
Like,
people
I
went
don't
to
know how
the
to
woods.
say.
So that means it was only South Africa God was going to visit. The rest of us. And then the annoying part is where this person calls him like, oh, I want you to pet sit my dog because I'll be going to heaven. So me, heaven is not good for me, Abi.
So wait. So you're trying to tell me that someone just, because just like you said, the Bible said we do not know the day or the hour. Now, so somebody woke up from his bed,
Had a
vision, and they came and told you people, and you believed it, ran to the woods, because I want to say,
and they were looking at heaven.
And if you check that video, they were actually looking. Like, they were very serious. Some of them were praying and all the rest.
They were looking for
so my question is, like, what are you guys thinking?
They were looking
you don't read the Bible?
They were looking for Angel Gabriel.
Then I've thought about this thing. So you guys are the only ones that Jesus.
But wait, so come to think of it. So wait, so let's come to think of it. So that's 23rd. I was actually lying down. And I was actually pressing my. So is that how they'll come and people now go to heaven? I don't know that people are going to heaven.
That's how they'll just be sitting down. That's how they'll just go and leave us, like not leave us, because me definitely in Jesus' name.
I don't understand.
Oh my God, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I don't understand. What do you mean that?
This is so funny. Like, do you know what happened? I didn't even see it. I didn't see this story, right? I came back. My sister was like,
I heard about it before that 23rd.
I didn't hear about it, right?
I forgot that today. That day was 23rd.
I didn't hear about it. I came back home. My sister was like, Treasure, have you seen what's going? I was like, what's going? She said that people said rapture is going to come on the 23rd. I was like, you did not tell me about this. Let me stop. You did not tell me about this. Let me start praying. Jesus, please.
But actually, all jokes aside, I'm gonna be real. When I saw that day, the first thing I was going to ask, like, God have mercy on me.
I don't know how these people feel.
Like, God have mercy
how
on
they
me.
feel coming back from their journey and like coming back home.
I hope none of them sold their houses though.
That's their business.
All right, moving on to, we have another one. I will gladly kneel. Vivian Neil Aquafree actually weighs on proposal debate. So I don't know very well if you might have seen this. There was this proposal before we actually continue with the story. There was a proposal where a guy did not go down on his knees because the lady left him. Then he also then he started going for all the property and things that he got for the lady and all that. So we'll talk about that story soon. But one of the reality TV shows, pardon me, Neil Aquafree actually has joined the ongoing debate about whether men should kneel when proposing. So in a post on X, he declared that he would gladly kneel before the woman he intends to get married to, emphasizing that it's a sign of honor, not begging. He also described his future wife as the helper God gave him, and also the one who will bring forth his generations, while criticizing modern society for setting what he called ridiculous standards. So, let me start with that particular story.
Okay.
So that particular story, right? First of all, we've seen stories where most ladies around will kneel down to take the ring, and most of us like, why would you kneel down to take? Someone is asking you, would you marry me? Now, first of all, it's not, just as Neil said, it's not about you feeling like you are old. Even our parents' time, if a man is not coming to ask your hand in marriage in your home, he will go down on his knees and he'll give it to you. And then if you're already married, I think during the tradition, I think the Igbo tradition, you actually go down on your knees to give wine, or I don't know, those stuff, you understand? Okay. Now, bringing it down to somebody going down on his knees, you're not begging me. You're just an honor respecting, like, would you be my wife? Right. And it has been there. Now, we realize that most men lately feel like if I kneel down, that means that I'm begging her. But you are begging her indirectly. So sorry about that.
Why would you beg her in the first place?
Now, speaking about this particular guy and his story and the girl. So, these two, I can't really place my finger on what was going on between the two of them. The guy came out to explain himself why for him he didn't kneel down, but he didn't really give any accurate reason why. He just said, I had my reasons why I didn't want to kneel down. You get me? For me, I felt like this was a conversation they could have just gone indoors to try to figure out instead of him collecting everything. But at the end of the day, you realize that this guy basically done a whole lot for the girl. You understand?
They want to, that's the business. My own is God will bless Neil, because why in the first place, why won't you kneel down? What's wrong with kneeling? I mean, I don't
think there's anything wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
There was a time on radio, I was actually telling people that I feel like gone are the days where you ask people, have you eaten? What is your favorite color? You understand? In a conversation. I think lately, thanks to X, thanks to social media and a whole lot of conversations that can be actually discussed online. I don't mind having a conversation with a man that I meet and then I'm in love with you, you're in love with me, and you want us to date. Okay, fine. Babe, what's your take on kneeling down? I feel like I want to have certain conversations with my man that I don't have to get too surprised at some certain time. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I feel like conversations like this are okay to have. What is your take on kneeling down to propose to a woman? Would you have an issue with it? Listen to him to be able to make you know where you stand.
Who brought this thing up? Like, who said men shouldn't kneel? I don't know this. So you know that. I feel like it could have just been that maybe there's some ladies that don't like their men kneeling. There's some ladies that don't like their men kneeling, and it could have just been that maybe one lady just said, "Okay, don't kneel down, don't do like this," and all of a sudden, people say they carry it on their head. Like, why would you kneel down in the first place?
I don't blame the girl for her to reject, because some people look at it. For me, it shows a little bit of red flag in a way that, okay, that means, would you respect me?
Because if you love a woman and you respect her, you will kneel, right? There's nothing there.
I don't think there's anything there. It's been there, but then I feel like people just feel like making a big deal out of it.
Like, I understand that whether you kneel or I get it that whether you kneel or not, marriage is all about respect, love, you understand all of those. That is what marriage is all about. Whether even if a man can actually kneel and still cheat on his wife, a man can actually kneel and not care for his wife. That's the truth now. See, a man can actually not do that, right?
I feel like at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your relationship.
It's not me. It's as a man that loves
I don't know. I feel like the way the world has gone right now, at the end of the day, almost your choice. However you want to treat, because I know my relationship or my marriage will be different. Yours can be different. However you feel like works for you should work for you. We've seen videos where men stand and then a woman kneels down and collect the ring, and nobody talked about it. That's their home. You understand? So whatever works for you, whatever makes you sleep at night and you're excited, and that's your business. Please, let's move on to the next story. Last but not the least, Nigerian lady actually warns women against men who value football over relationship. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? So a Nigerian lady has stirred reaction online after advising women to be very wary of men who prioritize, should I say, football above everything else, including their partners. Now, she also claimed that such men could ignore their girlfriends, even in serious situations, staying glued to the screen unless work pulls them away. Now, according to her, even when they miss live games, they still obsessively watch highlights or spend hours at bars arguing about matches after often neglecting their relationships. Okay, so I want to say something.
Yes, I know what you want to say.
I want to say something.
No, you want to say
something. Can I say something?
No, I want to say because I know you will not agree with her.
You really don't know what I'm saying.
So, I know. Okay.
So growing up, right?
Okay.
I have brothers, right? And they were basically soccer, like they love football and everything. Yes. And I think I have a lot of people who actually love watching football. I literally trained myself. Relationship is not really simple. Like it's very simple, but in a way, we actually have to meet in the middle. Now let me explain to you. I literally grew up training myself to love a team. I'm not trying to say I fell in love with football fully. Okay. You get me? But then I just had to choose one particular team to be like, okay, fine. All in the name of I feel tolerate him. Okay. Or I feel tolerate this guy that I want to be with. So that way I don't get disappointed or anything. So that way, I'm inclusive in whatever he does. You get me? I don't know about most guys, if they train themselves to love telenovela or they train themselves to love Korean movies or certain things. You get me? Okay. But I had to train myself to choose a team. Of course, I chose Manchester United as a team. You get me? Now, this is the angle I'm coming from. In as much as a part of what she's saying is true, it does happen.
It's true, like very true.
But how about you meeting him in the middle and at least liking a little bit of what he likes? That way you're not left behind.
No, I get what you mean, right? But let me tell you something.
Men can be very like they love.
Yes,
you can't take it away from. See, to get a man who doesn't like football, guy, it's 1 in a million. Like you wouldn't get that all the time.
No. Let me tell you the truth, right? It's good that they love
football.
I know that they love football, right? But don't be obsessed. Don't be too like. Do you know that there are men that
I wouldn't use the word obsessed?
They are. Some of them are like very, very.
Because they bet now.
Some men are so obsessed. Sometimes I used to wonder.
No, truthfully, I personally don't see anything wrong with it.
I see everything wrong with it.
I feel like if you're going into a relationship, guy, forget it. If you know that your partner loves, if you know your partner loves food, it's two things. It's either you are, no, I'm coming. It's two things. It's either you sacrifice and love it, or you learn how to tolerate it. Now, speaking about the men, yes, she's very right. Most of them are too obsessive. But this is where it comes. Okay, I'm in a relationship. How do I balance this two without hurting my partner?
I get what you mean, and I understand what you mean, but this is what I'm going to say, right? Now, if you have a partner that loves football, right, and you really love your partner, you understand. I know very well that at the end of the day, there is always, everyone will not be perfect. You get, everybody cannot be perfect. I cannot be perfect. The other person cannot be perfect. So now, I will say that as a man, and a man that loves his wife or something, don't be too obsessed that you forget about your wife. There are some men that are too obsessed with football and they forget about their wives. They don't even care about their children, and they are watching this thing. Just imagine a child telling his daddy, I'm not feeling okay. Wait, let me, this Liverpool is playing, this is playing. Wait. I know those things. You get,
I get where you're coming from.
It's so annoying.
Yeah,
you get, but just wait, let me just give me some time, please. You know that, you get, so as a man, you understand. Let's also talk to the men, please. As a man,
balance it.
Yes, balance it. Love your family. Don't be too obsessed. So that anytime these two, your family and football, yes, you get. I'm not saying they shouldn't love football. Continue with football. You can watch it. It's a good thing. You understand. But at the end of the day, do not neglect your family because of football.
Well,
you understand.
Well, you do have a point on that too. Yes, you have to balance all.
And the ladies also, if he's too glued to it, just try to manage a situation. You understand? Because some ladies can pressure their husbands to get. They can pressure. Stop watching it. When you cannot tell him to stop.
But at the end of the day, stop watching only one thing I want to say. Okay.
Of
course. You see the way Manchester United, we are very. You see the way Manchester United, we are. You see the way Manchester United, we know very well that this team is very toxic.
Okay.
We know very well that this team has given a heartbreak every single day, but still we are working into it. That should let you know very well that our men are very loyal. Like, no matter how toxic it is, we still got your back no matter what.
All men are not like your brothers.
No, they're like Manchester United. Like, you could actually say that even though in heartbreaks, we still got your back. Like, we're still there.
So,
you understand?
Really?
So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
How about the man that, okay, explain to me how, if the man actually was standing for, should I say, how should I even put it? The man that proposed to the lady and didn't kneel, you understand? At the end of the day, he got everything. He got the things back from the lady. Tell me how he actually covered that lady up by having her back. Explain it to me.
That was not a Manchester United. He's a Chelsea fan. All right, and that is it for today on our social media. Today on our social media trends. Coming up next on our main segment, we'll be actually going into the music scene, all right? The hidden struggles behind the music. We'll be right back. Please don't go. Thank you so much, Treasure, for coming. I really appreciate it, okay? All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.